Hello, everyone. I have an urgent press release from Passengers United, released today by the Chief Operating Officer, Charlton D. Souza. He has made his phone number out to the public. So, if you want to attend the press conference, you can reach him at the following contact. I'm not going to say what it is because, that will be just too much to get into. But I need to get into the important details. So, and I quote, "This upcoming Monday, February 3rd, 2020 at 4:30 p.m., Passengers United will be holding a press conference and rally outside the governor's office at 633 3rd Avenue in Midtown Manhattan, which the address is 633 3rd Avenue, New York 10017. The press conference will be hosted by Charlton D. Souza. Once again, he's the Chief Operating Officer of Passengers United. Jason Anthony, the Vice President, will also be in attendance. Community activist Jim Burke, Express Bus Advocacy Group, there we go, and Nuala Dorothy, New York State Assembly candidate for District 34. Passengers United will call on Governor Andrew Cuomo to tell the MTA to hold off on the Queens bus redesign after congestion pricing is implemented in Manhattan, so an accurate understanding of new bus ridership patterns can be counted by the spring of next year, which will be 2021. This upcoming Monday, passengers will pay their fare with a $2.75 in pennies all day throughout the buses in Queens to protest the MTA officials that bus cuts will no longer be tolerated." Now, I know this is a ludicrous idea, but I do got a lot of pennies with me. So, I don't know here. This might be a little bit controversial. Charlton has suggested this idea in the past, but I don't know if it'll actually work. I can respect him for this, but hey, good idea. I find it clever. Okay, bus advocates are now demanding a meeting with the governor to be involved in a task force on regional bus operations because the current redesign plans, which were let me read this part first. I do apologize. All right. This is to protest the MTA officials that bus cuts will no longer be tolerated. Bus advocates are now demanding a meeting with the governor to be involved in a task force on regional bus operations because the current redesign plan, which was designed by constituents, would force passengers to pay two fares, forcing many families to use Ubers instead. Many of the new bus routes do not provide night-owl bus service from Manhattan to Queens. So, I understand. Why would they want to make you pay an extra $2.75, or when Faremageddon comes next year, which I know the Faremageddon will officially happen, it'll be $3 next year. You wait and see. I'm the one who knows what's going to happen here. Don't think that just because the last time the fare went up back in 2015, it doesn't mean it's going to stay steady for a while. 6 years, and you think it is going to go up. So, when Faremageddon comes, you'll know when it'll get real, when this actually does happen. If it does, which that's why they're trying to prevent this. Okay, discrimination complaints have been filed with the Federal Transit Administration against the MTA meeting process that has excluded Black and Hispanic riders. In fact, no meetings were scheduled in Southeast Queens, which is a transit desert. Community members who are in the Queens Village, Hollis, Cambria Heights, or Rosedale neighborhoods are concerned that the MTA is eliminating the Q1, Q27, Q36, and Q110 bus. Now, again, let's highlight the Q27 here. I've been getting complaints from people that I'm not speaking up about it. Well, I think it's my time to speak up about it. Because remember, if I'm staying in New York, because anything can change in the next year, I need the Q27 to get to work if I'm moving to Flushing. So I don't want to lose that bus. Okay, in Northern Queens, Q49, Q53, Q66, Q32, and Q60. Now again, the Q66. How am I supposed to get to the Stop and Shop I like in Woodside? And how am I supposed to get to Long Island City if the 7 train's having a problem? Because my deli is walking distance from the Q66 bus. Alright? I'm going to have no access to my deli. if I'm in Flushing. Okay, and then I'll also mention once again, Q88's at risk. Q30, Q31's at risk. Alright, so just remember that. That's on the record for me. So, let's continue here. Okay, no night owl bus service. These routes will also impact people going to ADA accessible subway stations. So again, that's Title 6 right there. Just saying. Alright, no night owl bus service overnight coming from Manhattan. Many express bus routes such as the QM4, QM5, and QM6 will no longer have weeknight or weekday service. Well, here's the issue. The QM5 would get eliminated. I do apologize. A book just came down. What I'm saying is, the 5's going to get eliminated. Alright? That's the bus route that goes around 188th Street. We cannot lose that bus route. Especially if it's still going to Midtown. There we go. Passengers United feels that the express bus should be $3 on weeknights and weekdays to fill up empty seats, especially when congestion pricing being implemented. Alright, I see how that's fair. Ironically, the MTA did not put up bus posters until last week, and yours truly did not start handing out flyers for Northeast Queens on the buses until Tuesday. I was supposed to start handing them out on Monday on the 88 from Elmhurst. But I completely forgot to give them out. And I forgot to give them out on the 76 on Wednesday. I'm going to have to give them out in the 76 next week. Right, when I go to Osnum. Okay, we are outraged that the MTA would not even hold meetings in the middle of January, which many senior citizens cannot attend the events due to the cold weather. Okay, let's see what else it says. There have been many complaints from millennial passengers that the MTA website is crashing and not recording passengers' route suggestions. At the open house, MTA workers were writing scribbled notes instead of using an audio or text system to make it part of the final record. So, I don't know how this is all going to work out in Bayside. I don't know. And then I get complaints from online. People are telling me that, we have these small written comment cards. And they've even told Charlton this too. So, they're seeing laying all over the place instead of being collected in drop boxes. To make things even worse, Transit Workers Union Local 100, led by Tony Utano, and ATU 1056 bus drivers, which I don't even know who their president is, were not told or engaged in route planning by union management. So Tony Utano can't even get involved? Wow. I mean, I would want Tony Utano to get involved, but they're telling him to stay silent? Oh, boy. This makes matters even worse. I had to bring up Tony Utano because he's the voice of reason lately. Now that we don't have Andy Byford anymore, Tony Utano's going to have to be the only voice of reason. And he better not leave his Local 100 president, because if that happens, things will really get out of hand. The union's doing good because of Utano right now. If Utano leaves, that's going to be a disaster. I'm just saying that because Andy Byford's leaving next month. And I'll also mention Local 100's upset that Byford's leaving too. Just saying. Bus drivers at the MTA company are worried about losing their years of seniority if a merger with NYCT takes place. So the MTA bus company? Alright, so Consolidated. Let's ask Siri what that word means. I have my phone. Hey Siri.
I'm here.
What does consolidated mean?
Make something physically stronger or more solid.
Oh no, that's not good. So they want to have a solid relationship? Wow. With the MTA Bus Company, which receives federal and city grants and should not be... Let me see, I had it right here. You know what? I should get the dictionary.com app or just Google the word. So I don't want to go out of full screen. Consolidate. Here we go. Combine. Right. They want to combine with Nice Bus. This makes sense now. Furthermore, Nice Bus, aka Nassau Intercounty Express Bus, should not be allowed to take over MTA routes in Southeast Queens, such as a portion of the Q110 route. Unfortunately, we are seeing a disturbing trend of bus cuts in Governor Andrew Cuomo's administration, which spent $1.3 million in the Belmont Park Arena for upscale finance professionals, but refuses to pay $8 million to keep MTA Long Island Bus. So, this is a very alarming thing I have to read to you all. 7 passengers have been killed by Nice Bus, which proves that privatization has been a disaster with poor maintenance, breakdowns, and no air conditioning in the summer. Well, I mean, yeah, that's how it used to be in the Mangano days, but Curran at least put money into the system, and I've had air conditioning a couple times. Not all the time, but I've had air conditioning. Look at this. The MTA spent $5 million in the old Belmont Park station and is only used once a year. Wow. Just wow. So, again, if you aren't interested, and if you are in the area of 3rd Avenue, 633 3rd Avenue, let me just look this up regarding 633 3rd Avenue, because this time could always change. Not everything is always subject to, being the same, I guess. That's how, everything in life is not always guaranteed. Okay, so, if you are coming from Queens, the easiest way to get to 633 3rd Avenue would be to take the E train and then take the 6th at West 53rd Street, East 53rd Street and Lexington. There we go. And take the 6th train one stop to Grand Central. It's located right by 41st Street. Okay, so now this all adds up. But again, you all get the idea. There's going to be a press conference to have a rally. Stop this. Because it has to be stopped. No excuses. Enough is enough. We need our buses. So, that's just a press release. I'm officially going to wrap up this video. So thank you all for watching, and until the next one, please take care.